sharing that with us. We are in a very evolving world of engineering. You know, the new generation, we all struggle, I struggle personally to understand, you know, the speed at which they capture information, they process information, the new way of engineering. And we all get drowned by the conventions of what we do. And when you look at the new generation, how things are happening and how innovation happens, it's beautiful, right? So like the Abhishek Bachchan coming up and saying, what an idea, Sergey. So entrepreneurs bringing in new information, new ideas, changing our world, making the engineers' world a bit more better. The next speaker is having a consultancy called Avsar Consultancy, and he's had his experience over 30 years in the field between oil and gas. It's a huge resume, and I don't think I'll do justice to introduce the whole resume to you, but he talks about lean consultancy. In this competitive world, how to be more adaptive, how to be more reactive. I think lean consultancy is something we look forward. Mr. Razouk Mohammed, can I invite you on stage to share with us?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So my story is completely different, and first of all I want to thank EPNET team, because we heard people, real entrepreneurs having established and their success stories, failure stories, but I am just upcoming entrepreneur, just on the verge of being entrepreneur. I just wanted to share the story. I had gone 3 years, started in 2020, I tell the history. So that's what, thanks to the team again for inviting me. So first, before that, I would tell that my team, one of my engineers is here, Henna, and few engineers are joining in the teams. I just shared the screen with them. They are very keen to join. They want to see the screens live, so they are willing to, in the late evening in India, they are joining. So before I start, let me give a very brief about me. I'm a mechanical engineer from NSS College of Engineering, 1989 batch. I'm proud of it. 30 years, more than 30 years experience in process engineering. And I'm a certified energy manager. I'm certified TUV SUD functional safety professional. And my career spans, I don't want to extend it too much, but then I was in Bhilai Steel Plant, then maybe 14 years, then went to BOC, Samsung, Foster Wheeler, Petrofac, and the big plunge from 2020 onwards. Okay, next. So background to entrepreneurial journey. So it's my long-term desire that I want to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so, but the problem is having a good job, good salaried job. It's always a deterrent to take the leap. Because you are getting every month salary, confirmed salary is coming to you. Why do you take the leap? So need to start, entrepreneur was becoming stronger as I crossed 50. Because two things, one is there is a retirement age, people say that after 60 you cannot work. Okay, generally most of the people. So I have to start on my own. Then because of my urge, success or failure, I wanted to try once. So I know whether success or failure, I want to try once. Okay, and then something happened. In 2017, when I was in Petrofac, my role was changed due to client request. Client wanted me to continue in a particular project which I did engineering, which is actually good for me. It's a recognition of me that they wanted me, but it's not good for me from a career point of view. Because I was no longer doing engineering, I was supporting them in clearing the site request and other things during the construction process. So which is not actually good for me. So that's a time when I was seriously thinking about taking the jump. Okay, so I wanted to resign and start on my own, 2017. Okay, and to be honest, I did not do it. Basically, it amounts to 4 reasons. One is I wanted to honor the contract because I was with contract with Petrofac. I'm in the middle of one project, and it is not advisable as per me that to leave a project in between. Because it's no, you are not doing favor to, because you are under the contract, so at least I have to finish the job and then come out. And this is ethics I follow, and I think that is a strong reason why I should not be leaving. So I was requesting them to release me, but I don't want to resign and go. However, to be honest, there are other things also, limited financial backup, and I did not have a concrete plan. What will really I will do? Once I come out, okay, I can start, but then what's the plan? Nothing in place. And overall lack of courage. And this was going on, and this project was construction was supposed to finish in 2022. So there was no way I was able to come out, and I resigned to the fact, okay, I will be in Petrofac till 2020. And then next. Then the big decision came. COVID happened. Okay, Petrofac asked for salary cut. 10% cut, they asked. And as per UAE laws, you need not accept, without employees' consent, they cannot reduce the salary. And I was honoring the contract. Now they want to change the contract. I did not accept. So I refused to accept the salary cut. I said either continue at 100% or release me, because it was my. Then there was a lot of persuasions. Okay, they tried, client talked, but I was very clear 100%. I am not going to agree less than 100%. It is not for the money part. It is on the, because I was staying because of the contract. Then finally they agreed to release me because they did not want to take an exception. And finally the big day happened. Registered my company 14th May 2020. Afsar Consultants from Sharjah Media City, Free Zone. Okay, next. Before I realized, I'm an entrepreneur. Within short time, we said 1 week, 1 month notice period and everything, and then I'm out in the market. I'm an entrepreneur by the name, but no concrete plan in place because it all happened suddenly. I wanted to do it, so earnestly I was very clear I want to do it. But reality is there is no concrete plan in place. No potential customers identified. And income has stopped. So I have to live with what I have. And where to start? So here came the family support. Family was strongly behind me. We had long discussions and proper, what you call something like a very official discussions. Time was allocated, and we used to have a diary and write down our thought process in an open session. My son, my wife, my daughter, everybody used to be there. And what you see on the side is one of the discussions we had. We talked about engineering consultancy. We wrote the same word lean model, what we are having the today's subject. So we read that it will be lean model because financially I don't have much to invest in office and other things we don't have. Okay, we had formal meetings daily with family members. We had brainstorming sessions. We are clear on that we'll go it. We'll go through the grind. Success or failure, we'll go through the grind. Constant discussions with plans with close friends. Sunil, Pramod, everybody. So we used to talk to long discussions, and thanks for them for long discussions, which was like just brainstorming, nothing much, but then it was very helpful those times because to make the thought process clear. Okay, next. So then, while we discussed, plans started happening. Work from home is the model. Luckily, COVID, everybody accepts work from home. So we don't have to, there is no question mark raised. No additional infrastructure was required. Okay, now let me be honest here, where we stand. I have looked at my balance. Bank balance was able to sustain me for 1.5 years. So, and then we don't have enough money to employ full-time employees. But 1.5 years, I can sustain with what my bank balance. Give it a try 1.5 years. Let us see what happens. Strategy, work on my strength and experience. Do sustained and organized effort for 1 year for business development. And see where it happens. And one of the key thing is don't get into any financial commitment. No loans, no investors. Because one of the things why I came out to be in the freelancer is I want to maintain my independence. So I did not explore any partnership or anything. And then main thing, what made me drive myself is I was ready for failure. Be ready for failure. I considered the worst case situation, what will happen. So once I am clear that what the worst thing is to happen and I am mentally prepared for it, then there is nothing to fear. Then I can get along. Okay, so I give it a full try. So worst case scenario, if income comes, continue. Okay, well good, it will continue. If income stops, then wind up and back to the normal job. Next. Okay, then the exploration comes because there is no client in place. Okay, so what are the possible options? Okay, with that we should make plan and approach potential clients. Okay, because I am an engineering background. Okay, so I can sell them. Then the question is, why should they come to an outside party if they have their own people inside the organization? And then what I can see is we can do our own internal development. So that because we have to keep ourselves busy. So internal continuous improvements we can do. And then few things we did good thing is that I took some certifications. I got certified energy manager, which I think in your area it will be used. Okay, and functional safety professional is purely more on oil and gas. Okay, and then we talked about like why don't give training to fresh graduates. That was one option really considered. Many my friends suggested also. But then we ruled out because I don't want to make money out of fresh graduates. Okay, so that was ruled out. Many other small options were considered. Okay, not to be listed here. Okay, next. Okay, the first year. Luck was on my side. So that is good thing. With known friends, after I did 3 months, job started coming. First job came directly from ADNOC. They had a very specialized study to be done. They were not getting the right person. Then somebody told my name, and even that is not my skill set, but I had a Korean partner. Okay, so we said we can do it. It came, and good that our community again it shows the strength of our community. They wanted to give me, but I can't take it because my company is not pre-qualified in ADNOC. So then they said, okay, you get it through somebody. They themselves suggested. Then Nadeem kindly accepted that he took the order from BSS Tech and he subcontracted to me and we executed the job. It was my first job. And then you got a commissioning job from Adyar. They wanted to send people to commission the plant. Okay, they were confident on me that I can do the job, but we need still resource was required. Luckily during COVID time, I could recruit 3 engineers, 10 plus experience for 3 months contract. The benefit of COVID. People were available. Skilled people were available in the market. I could get 3 engineers, 10 plus experience. And then later we got alarm rationalization from Wood. I need 2 engineers with 5 plus experience for 4 months. Again, people are available in the market, I could recruit them. So this is one hidden benefit of COVID, which helped me because everybody was struggling in COVID, but it has really helped me that COVID people are available. So I could cater to the jobs which is coming. So best advantage of COVID, we had skilled, experienced engineers available on contract basis. Next. But COVID was coming down, market was improving. So now the problem started. Skilled engineers are required to deliver. We don't have, job is coming, but I don't have people to deliver. Employment is not an option. We are small startups, we can't employ on an overhead. Okay, so that's a real problem and people are not available. I'm getting job, but I have to refuse. Okay, so availability of skilled engineers, nobody wants to take temporary posting, they want permanent jobs. So meanwhile something else was happening interesting. Henna was one of them. Fresh engineers were approaching for job. They were approaching me, we want job. And I can't give them job because I am not established player to give them job. But I told them, okay, we can give them an option for working with me, pseudo jobs or some job you can work as an experience as interns. Okay, next. Okay, then came, so we had some engineers coming with me, and they start, initially it was not defined, and slowly it started defining, and we have some interns working. This is the background. And in the second year, first big project came from wood. This again has some background to the alarm rationalization we did, and they were very much impressed with the work we did. So they came back. So September 2021, they had a very big crisis within a span of 3-4 months. They want to finish 300 380 corresponding instrument, huge amount. And they thought that within their team they cannot do it. They came to me, and they need five engineers. No experienced engineers were not available in the market. So we could not get it, and they also cannot get it. What to do? At that time, 6 interns were available with me. So we considered the option to train them and mobilize in project. And I was open to client also. I told them, I'm putting new engineers, they are working, but I will take the responsibility. This is doable job, only we need hands. Okay, and the internship model slowly it got started developing. Next. So we had, okay, again, before I go there, this is something which I thought through during our discussions. I told the weekly discussions, so this is something which I have written. Okay, we'll come to this again later. Okay, so we had a very strange agreement on the interns when there was no project. So agreement was they have to work from 9 AM to 6 PM. The reason is I am spending time with them, I will be training them, so we don't want any casual approach. We want people to be present from 9 to 6. If no projects, pseudo projects or development work will be given. Necessary training to carry out assigned jobs will be given. No planned lectures, only guidance. So we are not going to lecture them on the training, but guidance will be given. And this is the main thing. No training fees will be taken from them, no stipend or salary to be given to them. Okay. So duration, no fixed duration. They can continue as long as they find it beneficial. Some people come and then leave. Okay, why to do this? Some people stay on. Okay. Anytime they can hand over the work and leave. So there is no commitment. I am training, you have to stay with me. So it is completely opposite of what generally we have to retain people. Now we are saying that if you want, if you get a good opportunity, you can leave. Stay with me as long as you want. Okay, this is the model which, the next. So here again, the question is, we thought through it because any model has to be win-win. So what is win-win? What is my gain? My gain is I have availability of ready resource. So which is what utilized that good project when came. I have 6 engineers, I could utilize them. So this is my gain. And I can do continuous development even when there is no project. If I don't have people also, because these people are there, so I can do my development work. And no overhead expense when there is no project. Competitive advantage with client because I can pass on the competitive advantage because their expectations are lesser. Okay, and high quality jobs at lower cost. So this is what my gain. Now what are they gain? Opportunity to learn and gain experience and learn new skills when there is no project. So they are able to learn new skills. It's a free training for them. Okay, there is no training fees, potential to work in projects, and they also know that if project comes, then they can come in. The additional benefit, if the project is ongoing, if a project is there and they are skilled enough to take care of the project, then what we do is we opportunity to live projects. We are discussing with client. Actually, our engineers have talked to ADNOC directly. They have participated in workshops directly with ADNOC without my presence. Okay, fresh engineers, 1 or 2 years experience, because of the training we gave, they were able to discuss with client directly. And during that project time, we do pay them salary and also plus bonuses, substantial bonuses based on their contribution. Okay, next. Okay, so this model, we actually have a remote working model. MS Teams are used. If you see the screen here, Okay, so it is not very clean here. Okay, so but the main thing is we have meeting rooms, meetings links are kept. So everybody who is coming 9 to 6 is supposed to go to the meeting room. So meeting rooms are assigned. So we know who is in which room based on the work. So based on different projects, different meeting rooms are identified, and they will be there, and there is an attendance system. They will go to the attendance. Okay, and members teams are used. Basically, virtual meetings are assigned. Okay, and team agrees to a well-defined procedure. And one of the key of success is we have a clear procedure, because it's all fresh engineers. So we need to have a very clear procedures. Complex works are broken into multiple simple tasks. Okay, and then rigorous cross-checking procedure. So we ensure that there is a rigorous cross-checking procedure, and also there is a clear recording of the procedures. Next. Okay, here there are few things which I am bringing into the table. Engineers can select the work, because my model is different. So it is not that it's not like I am the boss and I can give them work. So I always give them the option to select the work. Whatever work I have, they can take the work. Once taken up, 100% quality is expected, because client will not accept anything less than 100%. So we have to ensure 100% quality is expected. Help will be provided as required. And these two things, this is actually may looks very simple, but this is what we follow clearly to them. If they should be clear about what they know, and they should be clear about what they do not know. Because if they do not know something, then they should not be bluffing around, because it's an engineering derivatives. They should raise the concern, then it is my problem to train them. So this initially this is not taken so seriously, but then people once they come to know, then it fits in place. And work instruction is do when you are 100% sure. Otherwise, ask when doubt. Schedule is not your problem, schedule is my problem. Okay, just to meet the schedule, don't do anything. If you are 100% sure, do it. I have to manage my schedule, put more resource or something, it is my job. Next. Okay, we have a clear procedure. I don't want to extend this one. So basically, we have a daily planning by team members. They themselves do the daily planning, record it. There will be doubt clearing session, because experience they need me. So there will be clear sessions. They have to identify the doubts and they will clear it. Folder structure is very important, because we have a OneDrive shared platform. So we share OneDrive folder, and then we say that folder structure naming, we have a procedure itself, how to keep the folder structures clear. So that it's very, because it helps the job very much, because there is no ambiguity or confusion in the work being done. And then we have every project or every activity, we have a lesson learned section, so that we are honest about what went wrong and how to correct it. So next. Then one of the key things is engineers are with me so that they get a good job, and we are open about it. So I want my engineers to be able to get good job. And then if they don't go after getting job or be able to get the job, then that is good bonus for me, because I can train them again. So this is the main thing. So we have encouraged them to develop independent thinking. They are encouraged to take more responsibilities. They are given participate in client meetings, and we do monthly review session also. That every month we discuss with each and every engineer to get positive feedback, and also look at their skill development and how they find their career. So they should be happy, and improve employability of engineers. Okay, so the idea is not to hold them by not developing them. They should be able to develop, and they should be developing so fast that they can stay on. And luckily for me, there are engineers more than 2 years. More than 2 years they are with me. Okay. And we keep structured development plan. Next. And one of the major takeaway of this approach is that team spirit is very good. Now people are there in the meeting room listening to what I am speaking, because they are so keen. And they spend in the afternoon making this presentation, most of the inputs. My family, the initial stories, my wife was given the inputs, and the rest of the stories, all these things are given by the engineers themselves. Okay, so everything is open. I am able to tell this in open because my strategy is open with my engineers and with my clients. And clients also knows that I am keeping fresh engineers, getting the job done by fresh engineers. Okay, so we have team cooperation, team spirit is promoted while recognizing individual efforts. Strict time schedule, both start time and end time. This is non-compromisable. But if they need to go for break, they can tell me and go. It's not that they have to. But whenever they are coming this time, it's not like they loosely extend, come loosely coming. That is not expected. But if they have a personal commitment, we don't stop anybody. We focus on work-life balance, and we also main thing, no stress policy. If anybody is getting stressed out because of the work given, we reallocate. We don't want anybody to come under any sort of stress. Without stress, happily they should be able to work. Urgency is addressed without rushing. It is not that we are relaxed and not, okay, we are addressing the urgency and not rushing. Work reallocated to avoid any stress situations. And major important things, no leave approvals, no bosses here. Leaves are informed, no approval required. So we encourage them to inform in advance. They have a commitment, they inform and then go. Okay, engineers to manage leaves and opportunity to work because they lose out on their opportunity. But we have to rearrange with the available people to do it. And if more people are taking leave, I may have to take more engineers. Next. Okay, now this is on the model. And then one major thing what we bring into the table is our ability to automate. Because with fresh engineers, the ability, how we are able to deliver, because generally nobody looks at engineers less than 5 years. Why we are able to deliver is, we do a lot of automation and systematic way of working. So just wanted to share with everybody because it may be useful for your work field also. One is use of Bluebeam. Sunil knows this. Yeah. Yes. Sunil has already got license, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is a very useful tool. Anybody working with drawings and MTOs and field tracking, Bluebeam is a very useful tool for. There are many uses, MTOs and tracking the development. We have advanced tool like BIMs and other things, but it is more simpler one, but very useful. Okay, and we have used for many of our work. Then big data handling, our team is very good at handling Excel advanced features. We train them. There is a new feature called Power Query. This is very, very excellent. It is available in all the Excels which you are using. I am sure that many of you have not heard. Anybody heard of Power Query? Yes, 2 people. Okay, it's good, right? Okay. This is very powerful tool in our Excel, but less people are using it. Okay, and then there is a software called SMAX Studio for our consultancy purpose. We use it for calculation. Ajmal knows this. Okay, SMAX Studio. Does he use it? Okay. So this is used for complex calculation. It gives the formula. It's not like Excel calculation. It gives the formula. Formula and result it gives. Okay. And then we have done automation of CAD drawing. Henna is working on it. So it is still in development process. We are able to do parametric option in the AutoCAD to do fast development of drawing. And now currently we are developing VBA for AutoCAD for drawing development. We have a specific use case. We get output from some software. We don't have the software. It will have a huge list of coordinates. Now what she is doing is she is putting it into VBA and generating the same 3D model with a click of a button. And it is successful for lines, right? Using AutoCAD. So we have a list saying that from node coordinates of different thing in Excel will be there. So AutoCAD will read this Excel information of the nodes and its connectivity and will generate the 3D model. So it helps us as process engineers. We want to know how that line is routed and the information is there in a software output. I'm not able to visualize it. I give it to her, 1 hour, she gives me a model which I can read it. Now the line, okay. Now we are working further. We are trying to do the 3D model. And we are using VBA for it. Okay, so this is on my model. Now briefly I will tell what we do as a company. So as a company we are basically concentrating on process engineering. Okay, I haven't written instrumentation. Okay, we also do instrumentation. Okay, so because later on the instrumentation job also came, but my prime specialization is on process engineering. Henna is a civil engineer, okay, and she's supporting in our job, and she's doing many civil job also, but mainly it helps us because we cannot do alone process engineering job because we have 3D models coming, supports are coming, so various civil related activities are there, so which also we are doing. So other disciplines are there with us, piping also is there. Next. Okay, so this is my team currently. Our strength is 16. Few of them, he joined in 2021, right? So in order of, some people are recently joined. Okay, so from 2021, our team is there. People come and go. Few people from NSS has joined, but they did not stay on. Okay, because they had getting some opportunities and said they move on. So these are the people who are staying with me and delivering in projects. Next. And this is the team who stayed with me long, contributed properly, developed their skills and went to bigger companies. Okay, so Ajmal Rahman is with him. Okay, and Harsh Viraj is with L&T. Wafa is with Pune Soltaire. Khyati is with again L&T. He has gone for MTech. Afshan is in Qatar, and Adil is in. Adil is coming to UAE now. He's got a good job here. I think in Technip or something is coming, but he's now in India working for Ultratop. So these people are fresh engineers, came to me, got trained and went to job, and I take pride in them because they got good jobs. And I also take pride in people who are staying with me. Okay, next. Okay, so this is our internal service providers. So just wanted to mention, I have an association with these, they are Koreans. So they are helping me in AV studies, acoustic pulsation studies, noise building. The first job which I got through BSS Tech was executed by them. Next. These are my client base. So I have BSS Tech, Equilibrium, ISCO, Bridges, PG, Wood, Ultra, Engineers India Limited, Metal Fab, Tecton. And this is my direct clients, and these are finally every road leads to ATNO, except for 1 or 2 exceptions. We had some projects for EGA and ADDC. Okay, next. So our service to client, okay, one of the things is we keep our model is known to client also. So we are not keeping like experienced engineer or something, it is open to them. And we deliver what is promised. We strive to do that, no desperation to win. So we don't try to win projects desperately. So if their need and our capability and our this one meets, then we deliver. Otherwise, we are okay doing our development work. Commit on a project only if you have capability and resource. We try to give highest quality to them. Okay, strive to provide a value added service, and we very transparent and straightforward approach we follow, so that if they are also happy with us, and this is how we do. Next. And some points to ponder to the team. So by interacting with engineers, one thing what we found is there is a dilemma for fresh graduates. Chicken first or egg first? Difficult to get jobs without having experience, and difficult to get experience without having jobs. We also faced it when we came out of college. We are addressing this issue to select engineers. Few engineers we are addressing this issue because we are giving them opportunity, not without committing salary, we are taking them in. Okay, and then once the skill is developed, then when we need it, we are taking, but it's not promised. So anytime we are taking fresh engineers, we are not promising them. But at least few engineers we are promising. So just a question to ponder. Is there more anything we as professionals do to benefit a wider group? Maybe points to ponder, maybe some ideas are there. Maybe you people may be having some ideas, just a question, because this is a real need for the fresh graduates coming out. Some part of this model can be used. So there are big corporates, even within our alumni there are people. So how can we make this model is working for me, so why can't it be extended? That's a question. Okay, next, I think. Thank you.
Yeah, one question to Razu. This model, is it applicable, will it be working in UAE because here a labor contract is required, and even for interns there should be a labor contract, and WPS is also required.
I think that is true, because here if you are giving a license, visa, then contract is required. So contract requires that minimum payment to be ensured. Okay, but if you look at the concept, it is just a notice. It's a notice period, so it's a cost of the visa which is affecting. Okay, so in principle, what we are saying is we are not holding that person together, because currently now I am bringing one of the engineers here. Okay, so again the flexibility, all these concepts are there. Maybe we have to just work around, because the payment, instead of saying initially no payment, is not going to happen. So anyway, we are not going to bring. So basically the model is that because in consultancy model we have the option of working from home. So the person from India can start on it, and we are not committing the payment because they are not trained yet. But once they got trained, then they, of course, they can demand. We will be also paying them salary. So that is not an issue. But the point is how to cater to the time when you don't have a work, because the problem with people like us is we are not like big success stories. It is like sometimes we get a job and sometimes we don't get. So that is why that catch is there. Catch is there that to make it short, it is like they are freelancers working and I am taking them on contract. Okay, and if I am giving a visa or not, that is a separate thing. Okay, and when you are giving a visa, then as per the UAE contract laws, you have to give minimum payment. But that is very less. It is around 2,500 or something. Okay, which is not like if they are working here in UAE, then that's not a big amount.
So how do you screen the people, screen the candidates?
No screening. The fact that they are coming to me to work from 9 to 6, work for no payment, itself is the screening. That shows their attitude. Okay. Yeah. Okay, somebody is spending time 9 to 6, they have to be serious.
Just a follow-on question. How do you handle the confidentiality issues, especially when you're working with ADNOC and others? And you'll be getting a lot of data from them, these people are somewhere else.
Good question. So what I do is, if I get a job, if I get a job from ADNOC, that is the time when I will be engaging with live project data. So that time I will get into a contract with them for the duration of the project. Like if I am getting a 6 months project, I will get a confidentiality agreement signed by them to take care of the data which I am sharing. Okay, so that is the agreement. So a back-to-back agreement, because I am signing a confidentiality agreement with ADNOC. I will be getting a confidentiality agreement with them, and all files are in OneDrive. So and even talk to them personally also that you should not be sharing that in public. Okay, so they can keep it for their future use, but they should not be sharing it to any public domain or anything. They have to keep the data confidential.
Questions to Mr. Razook. Your model is very good, but my query is that the ADNOC, usually when they put a tender, they have a prerequisite like that up to the technician level they should have this much years experience. But you told you could convince them to accept the freshers. Will it be possible in all the projects? Because this is a one-to-one small project where the project manager got to say, then they can have on that. But in a wider perspective, it is have to go. We have to submit a organization chart. There is a prerequisite to get it pre-qualified. So how you overcome this one in future?
Again, it is not for me to overcome, because I always said that it is the need driven and we are there to serve. So if they are very particular about their requirement, because there are many times we lost the job also, because that's what the last slide I said, I am not desperate to win projects. Okay, so it is for them to decide whether they want my service or not. Okay, so I am here because of my passion. Okay, and I am not there to desperately to make money or grow, or that's okay. If it comes, it's secondary. So it's a different model which I am going through. So, and clients did come back to me because seeing my quality of delivery, quality of what we are delivering, they are coming, and I'm getting more repeat orders. Because once they see my taste of what I am able to give and what they are able to give with so-called pre-qualified contractors, so they are coming back to me. So I am keeping clear that I am what I am. I am not going to change for them. So I want, because I don't have the wherewithal to change it. So I am staying satisfied and I am ready for failure.